I made a video about how to get into Pokemon VGC, where I tried to cover everything from the very basics of the game to frequently asked questions that I often see from new players. But I feel like I could have said more about the experience of a regional tournament than I did. We're looking right now at Victory Road. This site is useful for coverage of tournaments, including schedules and results, but also news on when signups open. This is very important. I did talk about it in the video, but I'm not sure I emphasized it enough. Regional signups typically open about 7-8 weeks before the event, and it is announced ahead of time when signups will open. So you can see something like this on Victory Road. You can keep an eye on this webpage for information on when things will happen, or on social media, or genuinely the way I do it is just I'm in a couple of VGC Discord servers, and someone usually makes an announcement when signups are about to open for something. This is important because tournament signups sometimes fill very quickly, and I very often see new players who thought they would have a couple of days to sign up, and it sold out way more quickly than that, and they weren't ready. As I say in the video, typically a tournament is more likely to sign up instantly if it's a bigger event, so an international championship instead of a regional, or if it's very early in the season, or if it's just in an area with a large player base or that's easy for a lot of players to access. So depending on the event, sometimes you will want to be right on top of signups the moment they open. When you're at the actual event, you need to have your team sheet submitted. You need to have your team trained in your game. You cannot use a rental team in an official tournament. In fact, you have to train the Pokemon yourself and then make a rental team, I think, these days when you sign up. You will need your Switch or Switch 2. I don't have a Switch 2. I don't know what's different with that system. It will need to be updated. You'll have to have done any updates to your game and your system that have gone through before the event. Sometimes they drop close to an event, so keep an eye out for that. You will probably want it to be in airplane mode, although I don't know whether that's changing. The events are played on, they have historically been played in docks that are provided. You dock your Switch across from your opponent. I do think that's changing. I don't know the details. That is something you can look into yourself, especially with the release of the Switch 2. You will want to turn your Switch off between rounds, turn it back on for the next round. Not because you need to charge it, the docks do that for you, but because it minimizes the chances that you'll have a disconnection issue when you play your set, which absolutely is something that happens at tournaments sometimes. Otherwise, like I said, bring a snack, make sure you hydrate. It is very tiring to play 8 rounds of Pokemon in a day. I always get find that I start to feel exhausted somewhere around round 6, but it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend going and checking major tournaments out.